What's up, Trilogy family? This is Miranda Moxley, PDGA number 1300, coming to you from upstate South Carolina, and this is my In the Bag. I have a little bit of an unconventional order in my bag, but I know it, and to me that's all that matters. So I'm going to start off with my overstable drivers. I recently picked up a Felon, and I absolutely love it. This is Lucid. The courses around here are mostly in the woods, so there's a lot of get out of jail situations, and I know that whenever I throw this, it's going to always reliably fade back hard left. After that, I have the Trespass, which I'm still kind of learning, but the other day I got one of my furthest drives on it at our home course. So this one, I'm going to give another chance. I think I just need a little bit more power on it, but I really like the way it feels and the way it flies. After that, I have the Lucid Criminal. This is a 173. I picked it up on a whim the other day. I'd been thinking about it and wanted to try it, and I have already fallen in love with it. 2 weeks and it's a staple in my bag. A little bit less than the Felon, but I can still get good distance on it, and I just really love it. This is a Fusion 156 Whale Pants Breakout. Shout out Tina and Eric. This one I can also get pretty good distance on. Has a little bit of fade back to the left, but it's just nice and airy. If it's not too windy, I'll throw this pretty hard and it can go pretty far. Next is one of my favorite drivers, the Convict. I've been throwing Lucids for a while. This one I keep in my bag. It's a 166. It's a little bit lighter. Similar to the Breakout, kind of between that and the Felon for me. I know that it'll come back to the left, but I can still get good distance on it. I can throw hyzer bombs with it if I need to, and if I'm in a situation where I really need to get around something or I need to get a good skip, I'll throw it in the Fusion Plastic, which is a little bit heavier, about 175. I really started enjoying the Fusion Plastic in the past couple months in the fall and winter time because it just skips really well. This is comfortable front hand and backhand for me, and I don't see a situation where I will ever not have a Convict in my bag. Next up we have Understable. I was throwing the Underworld for a while and started getting a little unreliable for me, so I tried the Dynamic Disc Witness. This is a 175 Lucid. I can really put a lot of arm speed. I can crank down on this, throw it on an anhyzer, get it to ride that line out and come back to the left, and still get pretty good distance with that, and I'm really liking this one. This is probably by far my favorite driver. It's a 173 Moonshine Renegade. This is the highest speed I've picked up in a while, probably around sometime last year, and I didn't know if I could throw it as hard and as far as I needed to, but after a couple trial and errors, and I think I threw this one round with a one disc only round, and I just love it. I can hyzer it, I can throw it flat, I can put anhyzer on it, and it just glides for days and goes exactly where I need it to. I get a really good snap on it when I rip it out, and I just love this disc. Next up we have mid-ranges. This is the oldest disc in my bag. It is a 178 gram Fusion EMAC. It's pretty beat up, but this thing does exactly what I need to. It's Fusion Plastic, so I get really good skips on it. I can put it pretty far. I can trust that if I throw it on a hyzer, it's going to come down right where I need it to. And it's probably my favorite mid-range. Recently I also picked up a 178 Lucid Sparkle EMAC hand-eye stamp, and this one goes a little bit straighter, a little more stable, but it can still hold that line, ride it out, and finish where I want it to. After that I have the Westside Pine 179. This one I immediately fell in love with during the Trilogy Challenge. I thought it just held the line really well. It glides really well. I can throw it on a front hand or a backhand, same with the EMAC. And when they came out with the stamp, I thought that was just awesome. I really love the Pine too. I I have recently put a Justice back in my bag. This is a 172 Lucid. This isn't something that comes out a lot unless I'm in a really tight woods course, but I know that whatever line I put it on, it'll come back hard. I can get around trees, front hand, back hand, tomahawk, God forbid I have to. But it's really, really reliable, overstable, and I use that one when I have to. Last of the mid-ranges is the Suspect. I got this from my Secret Santa for Christmas, and it's a 173 gram Lucid, and I really like it. I think it feels good front hand, back hand. It's got decent glide. I can get it to go kind of far, but it's less get out of jail than the Justice, but still kind of on that same line. I'm not going to throw it every time I'm approaching the basket, but it definitely does what I need it to. This past weekend in a tournament, it was rainy. I was in a tight woods course, and the Prime Suspect saved my whole weekend. Like, it just glides really well. It was comfortable no matter how wet my hands were. It skipped when I needed it to, and it just rides that line really well. Finally, we have the putters. This is a 173 gram Prime Deputy Burst. This I had been waiting for months. Before the Trilogy Challenge came around our area, I had started throwing the Swans, and I really like those understable putters, and as soon as this came out, I knew that this was going to be my putter. And it's been really reliable. I think it saved me a lot of strokes on the course, and I've been waiting for probably about 3 months now for them to come out with a softer plastic, so when they released this, my husband immediately went out and got me two. So this is a 174, and I just love the way it feels in the hand. It's got, you know, the same flight path, but if I'm inside the circle and I'm scared it's going to roll or bounce or whatever, I'll use this one, and it just feels really great. And these are all in my Stars and Stripes Commander bag, which I won from the awesome Dave Muntean in a Facebook giveaway of all things. I wasn't expecting to get a bag like this. I had a Sniper before, but this is really good, durable, lighter than the Ranger, and I feel like I have a lot of storage options, and so far it's been really, really good and easy to carry in the rounds, and I have everything I need in here. Anyway, that's mine in the bag, and look forward to hearing back from me. Go Trilogy.